My name is Paul Naylor and I have the privilege and honour of being the elected chairman of Frimley Lodge Miniature Railway, or more particularly the club that operates it. When we open for public, and we like to call them passengers, our paying passengers vary in context from very young to, dare I say it, more older people, often in families, and these people come to enjoy the run on the park, and the youngsters tend to like the trains and would spend all day here if they could.
Frimley Lodge Railway has been here for 25 years as of next year, but it all started in 1977 when the Ascot Locomotive Club was formed to build a miniature railway at a private school, a private prep school in Ascot. In the early 80s the school was sold, so that in the something like 1987-8 we were looking for other sites, and I just happened to be driving past this park when it was being developed for Surrey Heath, and approached the council, who were quite in favour of us coming here to build a miniature railway.
We run a number of special events. During the summer in particular there's our regular teddy bear run, which happens to be on a Wednesday in August, and that's where we allow children to travel free provided they bring a teddy bear with them. I mentioned that one first because it is our busiest day of the year. But we do have other runs. We run for a Santa special day during December. We run a Halloween special at Halloween. We run for charities occasionally. So it's quite an active environment. We probably open for paying passengers something like 15 to 20 times a year in total. The income that we use is essentially income into club funds, which pay towards the upkeep of the railway. But if we do have significant surplus, then we do make donations to charity. The club currently has 60 members or so. We reckon that's about the right number to run the railway as it now is, but none of us are getting younger. So it's important that we continue to attract new members, not only to maintain the status quo, but also to fulfil some of the opportunities we have for the future, which might include growing the railway or getting involved in more activities. We are open to all members, and we don't expect members to join with a technical skill. In fact, most people do have a technical skill of some sort, and there's a strong possibility the club could make use of it. But in order to run a successful club, we've also got to attend to all of the railway infrastructure, our own club facilities such as the clubhouse, and of course, last but certainly not least, looking after our passengers. So there's a whole host of abilities that are required in different members, rather than just the obvious, perhaps obvious, steam engine engineer.
I like this club. It's a very nice atmosphere, within the club, between the members. Generally, everybody gets on well with each other, and there's a whole series of jobs that need to be done here. And as long as you are of a fairly practical nature, there is something for you to do. I say, you don't need technical skills as such. No, you don't.
We have such a wide range of skills, and people either take an interest in the building, or they may be model engineers who build locomotives themselves, or they may just enjoy helping to run the railway, or even do a bit of gardening around the track. So we can cater for a very wide range of interests, and I think that adds to the viability and the atmosphere in the club.
It can be fast-paced at times, but everyone's willing to help you. They really do a good job here, and being able to learn from them. I've learnt how to file items, I've learnt how to use milling machines, lathes, I've learnt how to use metal cutters, I've learnt how to use most of the equipment that we have here. The interesting bit is what I've learnt here I've been able to use up in college, and what I've learnt at college I've been able to use here and develop skills that way.
I think if I was talking to someone that was thinking about joining this club, I would say to them that you do not need specific skills, and if they don't come from a background of engineering, it's no barrier to not coming down here, because you can still enjoy the days that you spend down here. You can still make a difference, you can still help.
If someone is interested in becoming a member, then the best thing to do simply is to come to the park when the club is meeting. The club meets every Wednesday, particularly obviously for those who are retired, but also Sunday mornings. We do have a website. It's www.flmr.org, and on the website there is the facility for sending questions and messages to the club. That's a very personal question, because obviously I'm just one member, and the enjoyment I find in the club, looking back as well, is actually seeing the pleasure we give to maybe 1,000+ people every time we open. That pleasure comes about because a lot of things have come together at the same time, not the least driving an engine, the track, the club, all the members, the operation. It runs like a well-oiled machine, and there's a great deal of pleasure to be had out of being part of that machine.